Republican mayoral hopeful Nicole Malliotakis called on the campaign finance board to take back Mayor de Blasio's millions in matching funds after one of his contributors testified had made straw donations in 2013. I think that if the campaign finance board wants to maintain the trust of the public, if they want to maintain the trust of the taxpayers, who are the ones who are paying for matching funds in city races, then they owe it to the taxpayers of New York City to freeze the money now, Malliotakis said Tuesday, a week before the election. Last week, Jonah Rechnitz, a cooperating witness in a corruption trial against former jails union boss Norman Seabrook, said during testimony he had reimbursed coworkers for donations they made to de Blasio in the general election campaign, during a period of time when he bundled $41,000. It was not clear from his testimony how many people or who exactly he reimbursed. I did, he said, when he was asked if he circumvented campaign finance limits of $4,950 a person. I worked with what's called straw donors. Rechnitz testified that he asked for people in his office to write checks, and then reimbursed them, in an effort to hand over the hefty amounts had promised de Blasio fundraiser Ross Finger that he would bundle from other donors. When I told Ross I was going to raise a certain amount, I had a lot of pressure, he said. Malliotakis said the CFB, which has withheld matching funds from candidates who broke rules in the past, notably from 2013 mayoral contender and former controller John Liu, should launch a thorough investigation of Rechnitz's claims and reopen its closed audit of de Blasio's 2013 bid. The board says it intends to look into the allegations, but that the donations at issue are from 2013, which doesn't govern the current matching funds. As we have stated previously, the CFB plans to review the testimony offered at trial by Mr. Rechnitz, spokesman Matt Suller said. Press accounts to date detail issues outside the current election cycle. By law, public funds determinations are based on actions in the current election. But Malliotakis argued those 2013 payments still benefited the mayor and that the funds ought to be frozen now, since he can't run for office again. They have to freeze the funds because there's only a week until the election and the money will be spent, she said. De Blasio has said Rechnitz is a liar, but won't be specific about which allegations are lies. I think Bill de Blasio is a liar, Malliotakis shot back, saying she particularly did not believe he couldn't recall conversations with Rechnitz about a $100,000 donation to the mayor's campaign for One New York. Look, I don't recall whether I shut my coffee pot off this morning when I left the house, but I certainly would recall, and I think every New Yorker would recall, if they asked someone to donate $100,000 to a cause, she said. A spokesman for de Blasio's campaign dismissed Malliotakis' call. This is another silly stunt from a candidate who has no ideas for New York City and is desperate to make voters forget about her strong support for Donald Trump and his Fair Right agenda, Dan Levitan said. Malliotakis is also participating in the matching funds program, which she once assailed as a waste of taxpayer cash. I have voted against bringing it to the state level because I don't think that taxpayer money really should be used for it. I don't know that this really changed my opinion, to be honest, she said. Has it been helpful in my race? Yes, because the mayor's in it, so I have to be in it to make the playing field level.